the ball now for New York. Kane Richards clipped from behind, and we'll get a foul, and Alex Bruce is there to race over, and this is going to be a straight red card.
That's pretty dirty. Let's see what our typical Toronto fan thought of that.
Have some more of that, penalty boys! Kill, 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 kill.
Now, don't clap that. Over the last few weeks, we've talked about great American marketing. We've got another example of it today. Champions Houston visited Colorado last weekend, which you'd think would make it enough of a draw for the fans. But the club decided to make the game even more special by calling it Dog Days of August. A special section of the ground was reserved for fans wanting to go to the game with their dogs.
It's Dog Days of Summer here in Colorado. A lot of pooches out. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineup, the opening kickoff. It's Houston against Colorado next.
That is a great idea, but it's not the first time that has happened. We hear that dogs have been going to Rotherham games for years. And now this week's Houston update, if you've been paying attention, you'll know that as champions, not only do they get a trophy, medals and rings, but they also get to play with silver balls, like that one, and orange net. Excuse me, ball kid, could you take that for us? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, dude.
How's that hanging, dude?
Yeah, to the left, man.
If that was enough, as MLS Cup holders, they also get an extra badge on their shirt. This is the Houston striker Brian Ching. Above the letter O on the right is the normal club badge, but above the D is a badge called a Scudetto, which Houston players will wear for the whole season. It's an idea taken from Italy, where holders of Serie A get a small shield or a Scudetto on their shirts as well. And we've also got breaking news from Houston, because today the club announced their first ever sponsor for the front of their shirts. Until this season, MLS didn't allow sponsors on the front of shirts, and even now, under half of the teams have them. But Houston are now one of them, because from this weekend, their shirts will look like this. That is Brian Ching and D-Row with their new sponsor, Amigo Energy, on the shirts. They've signed a 4-year deal worth $7.5 million. That's the Houston update, and now for this week's Dallas update. Bobby Ewing has punched JR for being rude about his wife, Pammy. Suenna's fallen off the wagon, and Digger Barnes has tried it on with Miss Ellie again. More from David Beckham now. Here he is talking about some of his Galaxy teammates.
This week I'll be introducing some of my teammates, what they're like on the pitch and also what they're like off the pitch.
Playing to Donovan. Donovan! Can he do it? You betcha!
With Landon, you know, I obviously knew Landon before I actually arrived in the MLS. Not personally, but knew him as a player, knew how good he was. He surprised me playing with him as well, because I didn't realise how quick he was. He's great on the ball, great goal scorer, and he works hard for the team. You know, he's captain, and you know, he does everything possible to make the players' lives on and off the pitch easier. So he's a great person. He's looked after me outside of the club as well. You know, he's taken me and Victoria for dinner. He's looked after us in more ways than one. So, you know, but not just outside the pitch, but on the pitch, he's a great player. Conte is one of the players that you know, I have a good laugh with. He's a really nice bloke.
He will tell you like the jokester in the locker room. I take soccer seriously on the pitch, but off the pitch I like to have a good time, joke around with the guys. So I try to keep the locker room happy at least, or laughing.
Yeah, on the pitch I've been again really impressed with him. He works hard. He looked after himself.
I'm a left back, I'm left-footed, which is to my advantage. Not too many left-footed players in the MLS. My left back likes to get forward, so I like to join the attack, and that's probably my biggest asset.
On the pitch, great player, and also off the pitch, I get on with him really well. Kobe is another player that I knew before I arrived in the MLS. Again, not personally, but as a player. You know, I watched him when they had the World Cup in America. He's been around for years. This is his last season, unfortunately, but again, on the pitch, you know, great player. You can see what talent he's got, and he just enjoys his football. So, you know, that's nice to see. And off the pitch, you know, he's a great laugh. You can have a good chat with him and a good laugh. I've only been here for three and a half weeks, so I haven't spent that much time with each player yet. But I'm looking forward to doing that, because, you know, they're good guys.
stuff. Now, I'm here with Chelsea and England's Wayne Bridge. Wayne, is it true that when Chelsea were out there, they used the Dallas Mavericks private jet to fly around?
Yeah, they did. Used it for a couple of seasons now when we've been out there. Very luxury. Because
travelling's a big thing in America, because they have to travel so far. We were thinking about the amount of travelling teams the MLS have to do, so we did a bit of math and have compared the distance Galaxy players will travel over the regular season compared to Newcastle in the Premiership. We picked them because both teams are at one end of their country, so it's like a fair comparison. So here's how far Newcastle will travel for the 19 away games this season. 7,608 miles. And here's the distance Galaxy players will travel for their 15 away matches. 38,389 miles. I think you'll find that Galaxy travel 5.0458 times. A rough calculation as far as Newcastle in the season, which is a long way. Travelling's always the hard bit.
Yeah, it's probably the worst bit. It's the time you're away from your families the most.
OK. Now, Wayne, would you say that Chelsea fans are Roy? Would you understand what that meant?
Keen.
Yeah, good work. OK. We already know that Toronto fans are pretty Roy, and we've got more proof of it this week. TFC fans Anton Shegloff and Paul Kirkham mailed us a video of Toronto fans before the recent Galaxy game. If you didn't think that MLS fans got excited, think again. Watch this. This is their first season in the MLS. They've taken to it pretty well. I don't know if they supported another team before this season, but, you know, they know what they're doing over there. We don't know who this is with this banner, but we know he's watching this show, and we know he's a top bloke. Look at the banner. TFC fans there. Come on, fans of other teams. We want to see what you've got in your lockers. Send us your stuff to soccerusa@5.tv and we'll big you up as well. Right, after the break, we catch up with the Dallas ball kid, and Natalie Pinkham introduces us to the New England locker room.
This segment of the show is brought to you by Lewinsky's Vacuum Cleaners. Lewinsky's Vacuum Cleaners. They suck.
Welcome back to Soccer USA. Wayne Bridge is here with us today. Now, remember last week we introduced you to the Dallas ball kid who looks like an extra from Wayne's World, this guy.
Hey, big guy, you're totally awesome, dude.
Well, we've only gone and found him. Actually, viewer Martin Kelman found him. Martin is a Cov fan but lives in Texas and goes to all the Dallas home games. So after he watched his show on the internet, he went to the Columbus match on Saturday, found our ball kid and filmed him on his phone.
You know that in England you've been on a TV show recently. You've seen it and that on YouTube, have you?
But I've been hearing about it.
Do you know the guy is? This guy, you want to say, oh, I sent this to him, you see. Do you want to say, he doesn't know your name, so if you just say hello, Lovejoy, and say your name.
Hello, Lovejoy. I'm Andrew.
Right, Wayne, you're out in the States before the Chelsea Galaxy game. Are you a fan of LA, the town, city?
Yeah, I would say I am. I like the area and the people that are there, yeah.
What were the facilities like out there, football-wise?
Football-wise, pitches are OK, but facilities like the indoor facilities, the gyms and obviously the water treadmills that they've had for a while, it's all good.
Yeah, so it's good. We learn a bit from them, don't we, sometimes, with the facilities and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think Chelsea would have had that facility unless we would have been out there and seen it. So.
Would you ever consider going out there to play?
Yeah.
It looks like quite a good lifestyle, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say I'm ready to at the moment, but definitely in a few years or even a bit more then I'd definitely like to go out there and play.
Now, you were out there when the sort of Beckham mania hit.